Welcome back. Things are starting to take shape, look the part, etc. We've got our awning up, we've got some lights coming in, a little bit of sponge painting. We've got rollers that are nice. They're like faux natural sea sponge rollers, which are essential for adding some like texture to these concrete pieces. I don't think we're going to use it on this for contrast. Certainly would use a different color if I was going to, but this is supposed to be like stucco or sandstone. We've got some glue-on weirdness here where it's rolling up and down. I don't have something to get a hold of, so I'm going to have to create sort of a cleat in the back to pull that into a nice sharp inside corner. This was good enough over here, so I caulked it. We got our poly shade on the doors, and we masked. I don't know if you can see the transition here. We masked either side of this and did the rails first where you could brush through over the tape. And we took the tape away and you can brush the stile, come right off the end, you know, with the door open, we can come right off the end of the stile. But then you get the grain orientation that implies like some hardwood fine. You can even see it there, it's nice. And our, you know, refreshed our handles and stuff. These doors don't work, they won't be used to come and go in the show, so they've been just pinned together tightly. And our sconces are up, the glass is on them. Got a couple, you know, little touch-ups and stuff to go here and there, all around. Our corbels are looking good. Not as nice as you would want for a TV set, which is basically the level of detail I was trying to do here. But again, we have a super tight budget, and they're definitely good enough for theater. So hopefully it doesn't come across. We're going to be hammering this with light, and so that fills so many of these telltale shadows. This is not obviously show lighting, so these things here are what worry me and stress me out. But when the lights come up, for the most part, that stuff goes away. And that's, you know, it just, despite the fact that it's got a rough finish all around, we stick to, you know, conventional kind of construction methods. We just don't have to go as completely perfect with it as usual, and so it still looks good enough from 3 or 4 feet away, and when there's action stuff happening in front of it, even more. There are trees. We got some sumac, which is a nice lightweight species that we're going to stand up here, maybe get another one over there. We've got our hydrant. I keep talking a big game about that fire hydrant, but it's coming. It's going to be here, I promise. Lockers for another musical number there, kind of hanging out. And gonna black out some more things that are light connections for the sconces. Those are gonna work, so we gotta get like wired up. I got the wire nuts going there. This will be all sprayed black. This partition wall just keeps our line of sight when we're in here sort of, you know, correct when we don't. We want to feel like there's definitely a building here when we're inside for some of the action. And so even though we could see around the corner, this kind of helps that. And we had this piece laying around, so this will just get blacked out as well. And for the most part, just touch-ups necessary. And we're going to look at this under the real lighting and get some footage of our actual shoot as it's happening. But I think for the most part, it's a realization of what we had intended, and I'm kind of happy with it in that when the legs come in and we paint this all, we're going to put a fresh coat of black paint on the floor, and we should be entirely in a black space with some really nice light, and it should be looking its best then, and I like to look at it then, but we'll look at it now right before it's finished, and hopefully when it's done you won't be able to believe how much more there was to bringing it into a landing. It looks complete now, but that's just how it goes. In retrospect, things always look like, wow, man, we were nowhere near finished. But, oh, the base of this is a hotel, and we've got some signs. So the base has come in real nice. It's loose right now. When we set the set, for the day that we shoot it, I may caulk that top, you know, edge. We had a little idiosyncrasy there, if you can tell, I guess. But, you know, for the most part, this just sits here loose as one piece. But it just sits up tight to that, and it was traced and scribed to the rolling door, and that came in fitting really nice. Pretty happy with that. Good enough for paint grade, and we've got things like, you know, faux bronze that we laser cut down in the technology lab. I'm not quite sure where this might go. Seems like right there could look cool. And then we've got the overhead sign layout that goes up there. The letters are there, and that's been laser cut out of this piece here. So we need another, I don't know, what is it, 36 by 12 that we'll do the background with. And then we'll say, oh, I didn't paint the big W. Huh. Well, looks like I have to get back to work. Thanks for watching. Check in soon and we'll have some finished photography. Later.